other delegates from abroad and India, the students, faculty members of SB and other universities nearby. I am really delighted in this bright sunny day to come here and share the experience on the mentoring and networking processes which India has intervened in last couple of years. In this process I am going to cover only the mentoring activities at the school levels through various interventions. Of course, we have mentoring activities beyond the school and undergraduate levels through other programs of the DST. I am not going to cover all these. I am going to cover a few where large number of mentoring activities are being taken care of. We all know what is our strength and what is our weaknesses. So I didn't put up the weaknesses, I only put up the strengths of the Indian context. And in this strength, I have little large number of slides, so I am not going to details each and every sentences to read. In this context, the management of the supply chain for the talents is very important. And towards this, to take the advantage of this strength which India lies, Government of India through Department of Science and Technology and other departments very carefully have planned few interventions for the last 10 years or so and attempted to implement, whether successful or unsuccessful, the judgment we are leaving it to the audience of the country, public to the country. We are not judging anything whether it is successful or unsuccessful, but we are implementing in a very careful manner. Out of 5 such things I have indicated here at the end, one of the major was Innovation in Science Pursuit for Inspired Research. The title of the program itself will tell you that what is the objective lies in this particular program. The second one is Kishore Vigyanik Prosahan Yojana. That means catching the boy when he or she is very young and giving them some kind of exciting opportunities to become a scientist, Vigyanik. Then we also, another intervention, International Science Olympiad participants, how we prepare students to participate into the International Olympiad fora at various countries, and how is the performance as of now. We also have another intervention by another agency in the country to search the talents from the young generation. And the fifth one is very nascent one, to identify a gifted child and nurturing and mentoring up to a blooming stage. You see, Inspire is a very large program. It has a 5 component divided into 3 schemes. The first one is to make the children science aware citizen so that they can think logically, and that logical thinking base could be useful in their subsequent life. We do not expect in this particular scheme to become all 2 lakhs are scientists for the future. We expect they are logically minded people so that whichever position they occupy, they became a logical thinker to provide a solution of the problem. The second component, scholarship, where we try to attract the very, very talented students for studying science and to make the career in research in this competitive environment. And the third component is to sense of assurance of a research career, because we at the government cannot give him or give her a permanent position right after their MSc, but we try to ensure some sort of career in research for next 10 years after their MSc. I will not go into detail, I will just give you the whole slides in one glance. These are the number game we play and we are playing for the last 9 years. 2 lakhs is the entry level, 1000 is the exit level. So the funnel is gradually tapered to get 1000 students per year who are really scientists of repute, and we are expecting them to be a great scientist in the future. That's the whole concept of the program. And during this process, nurturing, mentoring, financial assistance, whatever required, wherever required, the schemes are provided. The first one, where we enroll 2 lakh students every year, and students are 6th standard to 10th standard. These students, we ask them to make a model. Model is judged at 3 different levels: district, state and the national level, and finally we select 70 to 80 out of 2 lakhs per year. That's another filtering process. This bar graph giving year-wise distribution, I am not going into detail. It also have some level of gender distribution, which is nearly equal ratio. That is another consideration we keep always in mind, that how the gender distribution each scheme is moving. This already I said what is the 2 lakhs and how the 2 lakhs are distributed. The second component is internship. Is something like in a given year at various places in the country, 50,000 students are given exposure with mentoring and nurturing process, and we give them 5 days in-house so that they can think of, they can interact, they can get mentoring, and at the end, as my convener already said, the take-home message, what they get it, that the continuity of the personal and professional attachment with the mentors. This is the kind of activity it takes care in 5 days science camp. These are some of the feedback we do take from this science camp activity. The third component, which is another major component, where we provide to attract the students to study science. Scholarship is provided. I am not going to read each and every slides. It is given very clear level. You can read it. 10,000 per year we provide scholarships for students who are graduated, who are joining in the graduate course. That means in our country it is BSc first year after +2, and they get 80,000 rupees per year, which attached 5,000 per month, 60,000 in cash as scholarship and 20,000 as research to carry out every year in summer or winter vacation. The idea is to attach a mentor from the very first day of a student when he or she joins in the science course, to inculcate the culture of research to that particular student, and that's why we put an investment 20,000 per child per year to carry out that task. Some institutes are covered where 100% scholarships are provided from that particular scheme. And the continuity of the scholarship is provided based on the performance. The growth is this. Here also we look at female to male ratio, which is nearly 50-50 ratio. The idea is, with this intervention, the enrollment in the country has gone up in overall stage. If you look at it, it was started in 2009 and 2014-15, the MHAT data says the 40% enrollment in the science education, and the similar for a particular state is also very large. It has gone up. The fourth component is the fellowship, where again the mentoring is attached. Each one is given 18 months to go to another institute for mentoring purposes as research internship for doing their PhD activity. Here also we do maintain the gender ratio, which is towards female 60% to 40%. The fifth component, where we try to expect this lot become an independent researcher, and we provide 80,000 rupees per month with an annual increment of 3.3%. Here each one is given an opportunity to have a mentorship for 18 months out of 5 years duration. This program is a very large program. In fact, right now 1014 people have been offered in the last 4 years. 800 people have got positioned at various institutes in the country of their choice. 350 people have already got their permanent job, which is around 43%. And in this process, though it is not the objective of this particular program, around 30% people came abroad within the age group of 32, and that's a very strictly followed age bracket, 32 years from January or July, everything. Here the problem is there is some skewedness in the gender ratio, which we are trying to correct it, and we have already taken a few measures on this gender distribution skewedness. These people have already established themselves, and good amount of publications they have credited. 146 candidates in the last few years published around 8 publications per year per candidate, which is a very, very high number. Over and above, they have few things in credit like Nasi Award, Bangalore Academy Award, INSA Award, etc. This is the whole funnel, as I said in the beginning. And here is the improvement. Let the people judge that from scholarship to the PhD, from internship to the scholarship, and from PhD to faculty, how the people are moving. Against the design of 10% from scholarship to the PhD, we have today 20 to 28 to 30% people are moving for the PhD, and indication of 8 candidates from PhD to the faculty are available. It is a long program, yet to see the exact impact, but indications are there on their impact. The second intervention is the KBPY. The idea is to run it parallelly for the undergraduate students. It has a particular objective. The objective is, if some student cannot perform top 1%, which is the major criteria of the scholarship to provide, this is an exam based which has similar peripherals including the mentorship, so that that child should not go into waste bin. He will get an opportunity through exam and make the career or study in science and research. So it has a process. In fact, it has started in much earlier to inspire. It is continuing in a full stage, and around 1 lakh students every year appeared in the exam, and we select around 1000 students, out of which 200 students finally joins into the KBPY program. This is the profile, growth profile of the KBPY. Under the KBPY, we also started empowerment, that SC, ST and PWD category of people in a special way, so that class also gets uplifted into the science research, science study and research. Some of the mentoring process going on with various peoples. This is another program which Jagdish Bose Talent Search Institute conducts. They identify the people, and Inspire provides the scholarship through their identification process. They also have a mentoring role to carry out, and they do every moment in their activity. The fourth one is the International Olympiad. Homi Bhabha Center for Science Education conducts the whole process in our country, and they select with a very difficult methods, very structured methods, and try to bring laurels for the country out of this participation in Olympiad, the International Olympiad. These are the processes, 5 processes each student has to undergo to finally reach to the International Olympiad platform. These are the results for the current year, and it is really fantastic results for our child mentored by Homi Bhabha and its associates for the country. I have given this year results as well as composite results to look at it, and results are fantastic, and some of the students are continuing the research with science, education, and finally come back to the research if they take the professional courses. And DST provides the support. These are the lauding moments of these particular students. The last one, and maybe one moment I will take, this is a very unique approach. Government of India through the Office of Principal Scientific Advisor is carrying out to identify the gifted child among the age group of 3 to 15 years in science mathematics. Various methods they have applied. 2 specific projects are in process. Right now 120 children have been identified, and 8 have been put up for personal one-to-one mentorship, and they are being now nurtured with the academic fellows at various locations wherever they are. And some of the mentoring programs which they have designed specific to the age group. Last one, our expenditure per year is around 78 million US dollar to carry out this program, and we have spent around 400 million US dollar as of now only on the Inspire. I am not having any figure other program. Thank you very much.